Pickpocketed in Barcelona? Had your bag stolen in Brazil? Hey there, fellow travelers. Bad things happen when we travel, and today what I want to talk about are some of the common places where thieves work when you travel, so you can be better prepared not to lose your passport, not to lose your wallet, and not to lose your sanity when you travel, okay? And I think it's really important to realize is all these places we're going to talk about where tourists are getting robbed, the key thing is they're where tourists are at. So anytime you're a place where there's tourists, that's a possibility, okay? And it doesn't matter if you're in a huge city or a small town, it's about supply and demand. Wherever there's a supply of tourists, there'll be a demand for thieves and pickpockets, and they know that. And you'll notice a theme over these 9 places where we let you know where pickpockets kind of work. One thing is they're tourist sites with tourists. 2, it's kind of a chaotic location where a lot of stuff's going around. And 3, it's also a place where it could be a lot of crowding and bumping and easy not to focus on what you need to be doing, all right? So let's get started. In the first place where a lot of tourists will get pickpocketed or robbed is on public transportation. Look, when you're getting on the bus or getting off the bus or going into the subway or getting off the subway, that time when you're focusing, okay, I got to get on the bus, or this is my stop, is this my stop? You kind of lose focus on your stuff. And that makes it easy for a pocket to be picked, a hand to slip into a pocket, or a backpack to take out a wallet. These things happen. Okay, so make sure you're paying attention when you're getting on and off of public transportation. But it's not just getting on and off the public transportation. It can also be when you're in the public transportation, especially when it's all bumped and crowded up. You don't mind or notice that people are pickpocketing you when there's 9 other people smushed into you, okay? That does happen. So make sure you're paying attention in those busier times, all right? Maybe plan for your public transportation around less busy times with public transportation. And with public transportation, another thing you need to realize with pickpockets and stuff, it's not always just when you're on the public transportation. It could be when you're in the station. I cannot tell you how many times I stopped somebody getting pickpocketed or robbed out of their backpack on the escalator because people are talking to a friend, they got their bag open in the back, someone just zoop, unzips it, reaches in, pulls out. Look, you don't put anything on the outside pockets of your bags because those are easy pickpocket things, okay? So have a heads up for that. And kind of going on from public transportation, the second spot where you can see a lot of pickpocket and thievery are with the trains and the train station. One, if you're going to be going to a kiosk and you're going to be trying to buy your tickets with a kiosk, someone might come up and offer to help you. The thing is, sometimes they are very helpful, and you want to make sure it's someone that's dressed in the train company's outfit that's helping you. But sometimes you'll see people come up to help you when you have a lot of bags, and they'll help you and say, oh, thank you, and then maybe a bag disappears, okay? So don't worry, those kiosks you see all over Europe and around the world, a lot of times they'll have the press English button. You do that, and you can figure it out over time. But the hustle and bustle at the train station of people running off the trains to catch another train and to go see their friends and lovers getting back together. It's a wonderful thing to see, but also it's a chaotic scene. Remember, chaos comes again, and that's where thieves and pickpockets can use to their advantage. In some countries, people wait for everyone to get off the trains, and then everyone gets on the trains. But then you go to places like in Germany where everyone's trying to get on and off the train at the same time, and you have that just disaster going on there. That is easy pickpocketing locations, okay? So do pay attention at those stops as well. And honestly, even when your train is going, I've seen this a lot with night trains where people will go through and unzip a bag here, take a bag there when it is a night train because you're passed out sleeping. And the train conductors, yeah, they're paying attention, but they're not in every single car. So always look at your bag. Always have an eye on your bag. If you're going to not put it with you, make sure you can see it when you have it in the luggage section, because it's not unheard of for people just to walk on the train, grab a bag, and walk out, okay? And I've seen it, like I said, I've seen it the most with the night train, so do be careful. Now, the next place you're probably going to get pickpocketed, or you might get pickpocketed, or you hope you won't get pickpocketed, are at major tourist sites and even minor tourist sites. But let's be honest, La Rambla in Barcelona is a super popular place. The Louvre in Paris, yes, inside the museum, yeah, pickpockets are there. They have signs for it. You're thinking you're in a church and people are going to not pickpocket you? They don't care. St. Peter's Basilica has warnings too. So whenever you're at a big tourist site with lots of tourists, they're going to be working there. And they usually have some of the kind of similar techniques because since so many people are there, they're going to find an easy target and be like, aha, there's a bulging wallet. There's a person that has their phone just sticking out of the back of their pocket. Look, you may think, oh, I can tell if someone takes my phone. These people are professionals. They'll get that phone, they'll get that wallet, okay? So have a heads up. But some of the main moves you'll see is there's the bump, where they walk by, bump into you, oh, excuse me, oh yeah, no problem, and then your phone's gone. Or there's the one, they walk and they spill some mustard on you, or bird poop is on you, and you have your backpack on, like, oh, let me help you. And look, these people will be dressed up nicely. You'll think they're other tourists, and you'll take your backpack off, and they'll help you get the mustard off, like, okay, have a good day, see you later, and you'll walk away and then notice that your bag is gone. This happens. This happened to my parents in Barcelona, and the cops in Barcelona, they just laughed at them. Look, what you have to realize, in tourist destinations, sometimes the cops are kind of like, look, this is the way it is. You need to pay better attention. Is it right? No, but it's something you have to think about. And I will say, if you do get pickpocketed or robbed, make sure you do file a report with the police, because if you have travel insurance or trip insurance, you're gonna have to have the police report to get your money back, okay? Or to get your claim, accepted. And I'll be honest, it's not just the big tourist destinations. Any place there's tourist destination, you should, keep an eye open, all right? Now, the next place you might get robbed when you are traveling is from your rental car. Look, if you're coming here to Ireland, or you're gonna be driving around France, or you're gonna rent a car and drive down to Patagonia in Argentina for the crazy drives down there, look, a lot of people, they rent cars, they kind of go, it's not my car, I don't care, I'm gonna drive it like I stole it, I'm gonna leave my stuff around, nobody cares, it's no big deal. I'll leave my suitcase in the back, I'll leave my laptop in the back seat, I'll leave my phone charger there, oh, I got money left over from the tolls, I'll just leave it in the little compartment there in the middle. Look, if you're leaving anything out in your rental car and you're going to a tourist destination, that is an easy smash, grab, and gone. Heck, in Brazil, sometimes they do that when you're in your car. So make sure you're putting stuff in your trunk when you're driving around. And every night, I know you get tired from driving around, but take all your valuables with you, just in case, okay? Because you don't want to make it a tempting kind of treat for a thief. Now, another place you might not think about getting robbed, but actually does happen occasionally, is your hotel. Look, if your hotel has a safe, use it, okay? If they don't have a safe, ask the hotel staff, do they have a safe that you can leave stuff? Because if you have important documents, you have important stuff, you want to make sure it doesn't get lost. Now, I'm not saying the hotel staff is going to be robbing you. It has happened before, but sometimes it's just normal thieves or other tourists or travelers in the hotel that have robbed you. I know we've had iPads stolen, we've had medicine stolen from hotels we've gone to, because it happens, okay? So one thing I will say is, you have important stuff, either take it with you or have it in your suitcase, maybe lock your suitcase up when you're there, use that safe when you're there. If you're in the US, I think one of the bigger things you got to worry about is if you have medicine. People are known to steal medicine, okay? So if you have diabetes medicine or heart medication or cancer medication, you want to make sure that is locked up, because that is one thing that is worth money. They can take it and they don't even notice. And if you're in like a holiday destination that's all about the beach and stuff, you're like, oh, I'm gonna sleep with the windows open and the doors open, everything's gonna be great. I'll wake up when someone sneaks in. Look, I have friends around the world who have been robbed while they sleep, okay? So make sure you have your windows shut, you have the windows locked, you have your door locked, because why make it easier for them? Now, the next place you might get robbed when you travel is either a restaurant, cafe, or bar. Probably the most common stuff is either getting robbed from your coat or robbed from your purse or bag stolen in general. One thing you'll see is people will hang their coats when they enter into a restaurant. They'll hang it out there. Look, if you're gonna hang your coat out in the coat rack, make sure you take your valuables out with you. Don't leave anything in there. Some people will put their coat on the back of their chair, or they'll hang their purse off the back of their chair. Look, if you have any valuables, you don't hang it off the back of your chair. That's an easy walk by and grab or walk by and take. So you have to watch out for that. Another thing you might see is people just walk by and take your bags. You don't realize you got 2 or 3 bags from shopping. You lay them down beside you. You're talking to your friend over here. Someone walks by and grabs it. You say, oh, my friend would notice that. No, they don't. Okay, these things do happen. So make sure, put your bags under your table, put them between your legs. Okay, have your phone. Oh, your phone, that's another one. People like to leave their phones on top of the table. That's not hard for people to walk by and swipe it. Also, other places you might go, like in Brazil, we'll see tourists that are taking pictures with their iPads and their phones when they're out walking about. Look, if you're in not the super safest places, maybe don't show your wealth. Maybe not show those things, because it's just easy to snatch and grab. Because you have to realize is, restaurant staff, they're not security. They're just serving you food, not taking down a robber, okay? So don't make it easy for people to get your stuff. Now, another place where you might get robbed and not think about is in fitting rooms. when you go to the store and you try on awesome clothes when you travel and you want to show your friends, people will leave their purses and their bags in the changing room, thinking that no one will walk in and do anything. There's workers there checking. Look, you don't want to leave your stuff just laying there. Tell your friend, hey Jocelyn, come look at my clothes. What do you think of my outfit? Instead of wandering out and looking for them in the store, you're leaving your stuff open to be taken. And if you're traveling with your little kids, I'm going to tell you right now, people will rob you from your pram, from your stroller. They will take your purse on there. If you have your purse, latched on the back of the stroller, Jocelyn, she got robbed that way. She was trying on clothes. Liam was in the stroller and they stole her wallet while the baby was right there. These people have no shame. They are garbage, okay? So just have a heads up for that. Now, another place you need to be careful when you travel is the beach. I know when you think of going to the beach, you think I'm just gonna relax and chill out and not worry about anything. And that's what the beach is for. So don't take anything of value to the beach, because when you go into the water, no one's watching your stuff. Now, you can leave your friend behind and have them watch your stuff, but don't you really want to enjoy the water with your friends too? So what you might want to do, if it's a beach that has cabanas or it's a beach that has chairs you can rent, maybe rent those, because they usually have people that are watching to make sure your stuff isn't getting stolen, but it is something you need to think about. I know if you ever watch our Brazil videos, we don't have a ton of pictures and videos of on the beaches in Brazil because we left our gear at home and just enjoyed the beach. So have a heads up for that. And then the last spot I want to talk about is one that people really need to take more seriously, and that is at the ATM. Look, what happens is people, they'll go to the ATM and there's a line and they'll get their wallet out and then they'll take their card out and they'll sit there with their wallet and their card and they'll look at their cash. And believe me, there's people looking. If you're in Prague or you're in other places where a lot of tourists are, there's people watching who's taking out money, who's got whatever. And if you already got cash in there and you're getting more money out, people will notice that. And you'll see people will come ask you for money when you walk out of the ATM. Sometimes it's best, especially at night, if you can go inside to take out cash, just to keep it a little bit more private what you have. Because honestly, walking out, counting your money, remember, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away. This is one of the times you don't show the money that you have, okay? Put in that wallet, get out of the way, and get gone from that ATM, all right? So I wish you all the best. I hope this helps you not get pickpocketed or robbed when you travel, because honestly, there's a lot of times it can happen, but honestly, in our gosh knows how many years we've been traveling, it's only happened a few times to us, and we want to make sure it doesn't happen to you. So be ready for traveling. Don't let this stop you from traveling, because honestly, travel is the best. Bye from here in Ireland.